It feels really nice to be able to hike with Dodger on a day like today where it's overcast, so the ground is not hot. His Dodger hates the hot ground. He hates it. I mean, he's very sensitive. Echo, he doesn't seem to have much of a problem with the ground when it's hot, but I always check it. You know, you just check it with your hand. So where are we at? What's my plan here? Well, this is like one of my favorite kind of places where it's mountainous, but not too mountainous. There's a lot of trees, but not too many trees, so you still get a lot of views. We got a really good campsite with a really good cell signal. So I'm really digging this place. We're near Flagstaff. The weather is like really good. It's gonna get into like the mid 80s in a week. You know, it's kind of been mid 70s, mid 80s, and that's just fine for us. Even old Dodger back there, he can handle that just fine. Under the trailer, inside the rig, I turn the fan on. So I do need to start heading north because it's gonna get super hot. And just kind of giving you guys like an idea of like how you think as a nomad. Well, there's some people down here. They set up a camp. There's flies. We'll hike up here to the top of this little hill and you can see the view. And Dodger will see it for the first time. I haven't been hiking him on the roads just because the sun's out and it heats up the roads. Even if it's only in like the upper 70s, the road still gets way hot. I've been hiking him in these grassy areas where it's not too hilly, but Dodger hasn't come this way yet, so this is all new to him. He's having a good time exploring. He's going kind of slow. Come on, Dodge. Since I have the dogs, I do need to head north. I need to keep heading north. It's just kind of that loop that we do every year as full-time nomads with dogs. The hot temperatures are, you start to suffer, you know, if you have to go through that for more than just a few days. Come on, Echo. But this place here, up on those hills back there, you can kind of see them through the trees. I've been talking about this the last couple videos. I found a cool road that's closed off to vehicle traffic, but it's really an easy hike. Although it's uphill, it's rough. It's, you know, it's steep. So it's hard. It's kind of hard. It's like this, like hiking uphill. So I wouldn't take Dodger, and I'd only take Echo a few miles on it. But it's perfect for an e-bike. So there is a company now that I'm emailing back and forth with. So hopefully they're gonna send us an e-bike and we're gonna put that thing through the ringer. We are gonna test that thing out. So if you guys subscribe to the channel right now and you can see what happens, because I'm gonna take that thing on an epic trip through these mountains. Back over there, over that mountain, there's a taller mountain, and that's where we're gonna go up. Oh, actually, you can kind of see it. Yeah, that big dark one. We're gonna go up there with an e-bike that I've never tried before. I've never even heard of this company before. There's a couple companies, but it's gonna be the first one that is willing to send me a bike. The first bike I get, that's the one I'm gonna take. Just because I'm only gonna be able to be here for, you know, about a couple weeks, something like that, and then we gotta head out. So I need to get that bike quick, shoot the video, and then get out of here. Let's go up this road. We'll take Dodger up this road. Kind of goes on the top of this hill. There he is. Come on, Dodge. This is an awesome campsite I found. Couldn't really get the trailer up here. I'd have to back it up that little road. Man, if you had the van or just the truck, this is the spot. This is the spot. It's getting a little windy up here, so sorry about the audio. I'm not really prepared for it. A site like this, it just kind of dead ends right here. So you have nobody around you. There's no other place for anybody to camp near you. And you're up on this little hill, so look at the view you get all the way around. The dogs just want to smell stuff up here. To give you guys an idea of where I want to take this future e-bike, you can see this little road that comes up along this hill right here. That's the road we were hiking, Mr. Echo and I, the other day. It's just a dirt road, and then it cuts around here. But the thing is, it goes from there for another 4 or 5 miles. And that's what I want to do with the e-bike. Crazy adventure. Honestly, just the idea of being able to get on that e-bike, and I've had an e-bike before. A company did send me an e-bike, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. But well, if you get on our Patreon, you'll see I did a review on there. So it's, you know, for members only. You can be a free member on Patreon too, and you can watch the first part of that review is up already. But I didn't post a review here on YouTube because the bike was awesome, but it ended up breaking. And while I was stranded in a sense, it wasn't the worst situation. But if I get an e-bike and I take it up here, up you know, 5 or 6 miles up there into these mountains, and it breaks, it craps out on me, I will have gear with me, but that means I'm going to be trekking it back. This bike that I had, it needed electric power. You know, it's an e-bike, but when the battery was fine, but basically the electronics stopped working on it. So I had to pedal it. You have to pedal it then at that point. And it was one of those bikes that had like kind of small wheels. So to pedal it was like almost worse than walking. So you guys stay tuned for that adventure. We're gonna go back to camp right now, back to the trailer, back home, which is just right down there. Hey, wait. A Dodger. I was just thinking about something that doesn't come up too often. Living this lifestyle, you know, I tend to avoid the harsh weather. Although I do like the rain every now and then because it really cleans off everything. You can see we're getting thunderclouds out there. I can hear the thunder in the distance. Supposedly we're going to get an inch of rain, over an inch of rain in about an hour today. So I'm kind of looking forward to the rain, but there, can you hear the thunder? It's coming from over there now. The thunder has me thinking about getting struck by lightning. And you guys tell me what you think. You'll probably have a good laugh. I don't know. Maybe this makes sense though, but I always think about, well, okay, there's nothing metal, you know, if I'm inside my rig, there's nothing metal touching the ground because it's just the tires. You know, in this case, I got a wood block. I got rubber chocks. And even on the hitch, like I'm still hooked up to the truck right now. And I do have the post down because it helps to kind of raise the trailer up just an inch or two just to make it perfectly level. But those are plastic blocks. But you can see I have this chain dangling down because I had Echo's leash tied up to the truck here. So I needed this bracket here free so I could hook his leash through that. So I unhooked this. A lot of times I'll have these unhooked and they'll just be laying on the ground. But I've seen people put them up on the blocks here. So I'm thinking, oh, well, that's a metal connection to the ground. Is that a light? Is that a danger for lightning? So if I put it up here, like, does that make me safe from from a lightning strike? And I'm thinking, oh, well, what about Echo's leash? These are metal, and so they're just laying on the ground right now because I untied him just because I want him to kind of run around in the rain. But then that goes right up to the trailer, so I'm thinking, well, I need to remove this from the trailer so there's no connection. There's no possible way for electricity to be conducted from the ground up through my rig. Is that silly, you guys? Oh yeah, you can hear the thunder now. I think Dodger even heard that one. He used to hate thunder when his hearing was better. Yeah, I think he can hear it. He's stretching. It's okay, buddy. He used to fret like big time, and I'd have to put him inside the rig and like turn on some music or something like that, but he'd just freak out. He'll be fine. Echo doesn't give a crap about thunder. You want to go inside, Dodger? And the rain is already starting. You can hear it on the awning out here. If it gets too windy, I'll have to pull this in, but it's nice to have it out here because we have a totally dry porch area where I can chill in the rain. One thing I do is sometimes I'll put these tables out in the rain, and if oh wow, see, that's loud. Dodger can hear that. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a storm. You can see it coming over there. If we had Echo's bed, it got chewed up by that. I'm still calling it a raccoon. His bed got destroyed. I'd put his bed out in the rain. One thing I'm gonna do once I'm done editing the next video for you guys in this chair right here, you can see it's kind of nasty looking. I'm gonna put it out in the rain so it'll get kind of rinsed out that way, kind of get washed. It's just something I do. Sometimes I'll even jump out here like in my underwear and take a shower in the rain. It's like a free shower. Another thing I'll do is I'll get the Simple Green out and a rag or two, and sometimes I'll wash the truck. The truck really needs to get washed. I think we're gonna get enough rain that all the dust is gonna come off anyway, and that's good enough for right now. It's gonna clear the solar panels off, which is nice. Clean the awning. Everything out here is gonna be pretty much dust free, which will be really nice. Holy crap, it's getting loud. That was a loud blast of thunder. Even Echo got up. He's like, what the crap was that? It's like an explosion. Holy crap. Good boy. Put that out to get clean. I am going to bring the awning in because the wind, I think, is going to pick up. And if it's pouring out, I'm not going to want to come outside. I see Echo's yawning. That just means he's a little nervous. But you're brave. You're the bravest one of us. You are. He's a good dog. Come on, let's go inside. Come on. Up. You want to go outside? Come on, Echo. You want to go outside? He's not going to want to go outside. It is cold. Oh, it's really cold. Wow. The rain is coming down pretty good. The thunder is going pretty wild. You can probably hear it. The rig is getting, you know, cleanish. Getting most of the dust off anyway. So the solar panels are going to be nice and clean up there. I don't really worry about that anyway, but it's kind of a little bonus. And I got my chair out here. It's getting nice and drenched. This is Nomad cleaning. You just let everything soak. Whoa. You see that? Whew. That's so cold. But it's too cold to take a shower. There's no way I'm gonna do it. Now, I'm not that dirty anyways. I took a shower like 4 days ago. I want that chair to be angled against the raindrops so it can get maximum washing action. Woo-hoo-hoo. Can you hear that? It's like it's beating on this window here in front of the trailer. I gave Echo one of the rawhides from Tim. Tim sent us a bunch of rawhides. I figured it would be something he could chew on, kind of keep him warm. Because it's cold. I closed all the windows in here. But check this out. On the road out there, you wouldn't want to be driving out there. You can see how the road's starting to flood out there. It's going to be so much mud. There is like a campsite right there. Right there. I almost camped there. I'm glad I didn't. I'm up on a hill right now. So we're not going to get flooded at all where we are. But if we would have been right there, it's just a pool of muddy water right now. And now that I think about it, there was a leak that I was having in the truck. We had a rainstorm. I mean, it must have been almost a month ago now. And what it was is there was a clog in my sunroof. There's like a drainage tube, a couple drainage tubes. And it filled up with like pine needles and stuff like that. So I had to stick a hose down there in the middle of the rainstorm and blow it out, and that seemed to work. The water started flowing again. But I want to go double check it right now because I don't want the inside of the truck to get basically flooded. So come on, let's go. And this is the peak moment. Holy cow. I'm gonna get drenched. Holy crap. Oh. Oh yeah, it looks bone dry in here. Okay, good. Woo, it's kind of hard to tell now. I got it all soaked in here, but it was kind of leaking through the sunroof. There's like a little drainage tube. Oh, there's water up there actually. Oh crap. I may have to figure this out. You see how soaked I got? Holy cow. Yeah, there's water up here. Yeah, see, now that I kind of messed around with it, oh crap. See that? That's bad. You guys, it's bad. It's a steady stream. I don't know if you can see that. I put Dodger's towel under here to soak it up. It's not so bad if the upholstery gets wet in here because it'll dry out real quick later. But if this gets down like into any electronics, that's mainly what I'm worried about. I mean, that's a steady stream of water now. And see, the truck is slightly at an angle, the way it's parked is slightly at an angle, so all the water is coming down here, and then it's supposed to go out a little drainage tube out there, but I think it's still clogged, I guess. Well, that thunder is crazy.